Welcome back to Journey of Stars. I'm your tour guide, Luna. In this episode, we'll explore brown dwarfs, the objects that are too small to be normal stars, but too massive to be normal planets. Calculations indicate that objects less than 80 times of the mass of Jupiter cannot be stars. The name brown dwarf actually came from astronomers' confusion of having no idea what that type of object will look like. And brown is a mixture of many colors. Joe Tarter, later a huge contributor to the search of aliens, suggested the name brown dwarf to continue the ambiguity. I mean, it kind of makes sense though, in consideration that brown dwarfs are not very luminous at visible wavelength, and brown is cooler than red. Anyway, now we know brown dwarfs are not necessarily brown, but magenta or possibly orange and red to human eyes. However, the name has stuck with it since then. All objects result from a balance between gravity pushing in and a force pushing out. For normal stars, that pushing out force is generated by nuclear fusion. But it takes a lot of mass to generate enough gravity, in turn high density and temperature, to start the fusion process. Brown dwarfs do not have the mass for normal fusion of protons to occur, but it is easier to do deuterium nuclei with one proton and one neutron to fuse with another proton. That produces a helium-3 nucleus. So, the brown dwarfs can shine for a while. By that, I mean 100 million years before their deuterium supply is burned out and they will slowly cool down. The first object to be accepted as brown dwarf was GD 165b, which has only 10,000th luminosity of a star. For another one, the star Gliese 229 has a companion Gliese 229b, with a luminosity only 6 millionths that of the Sun and a surface temperature below 1200 Kelvin. These conditions are below which normal stars are capable, so we think it's the first unambiguous brown dwarf. Furthermore, the star's infrared spectrum clearly shows the existence of methane and water vapor, other signs expected of brown dwarfs since they will be destroyed in the hot atmosphere of ordinary stars. As we discussed before, the stars are classified as spectral classes of O, B, A, F, G, K, and M. Because brown dwarfs are much cooler than M types, they are classified under the new spectral class L dwarf and T dwarf. There are controversies over whether the brown dwarfs are really a type of star or just massive planets. The gray area includes stars about 10 times greater than that of Jupiter's. In fact, the brown dwarfs are really felt stars. I mean, what are the differences between planets and stars? Well, planets shine by reflecting light. Stars shine by producing their own light. As a star is powered by nuclear fusion, a planet is formed from small particles of dust left over from the formation of a star. These particles collide and stick together. There is never enough temperature to cause particles to fuse and release energy in the planet. In other words, a planet is not hot or heavy enough to produce its own light. So, why do we care about brown dwarfs? Just an FYI, scientists today are really confused over the missing mass problem, where calculations show that most of the mass of the universe, 80 to 90%, are missing or hidden from view. Brown dwarfs, because they do not give us much light, they're so difficult to detect that they maybe constitute part of the missing mass problem faced by cosmology today. Thank you for watching episode 5 of Journey of Stars. In this episode, we sympathize with the fell star, brown dwarf, stellar objects between 15 to 80 times of the mass of Jupiter. We talk about how brown dwarfs do not have enough mass to do hydrogen fusion, why planets are different from stars, and why brown dwarfs are significant objects for us to search for. This episode is produced by me along with my project instructor, Mr. Decorado. In the next episode, we'll talk about red giants, the future of our sun. Please subscribe to my channel if you are interested in the depth of sun-like stars and the birth of planets. Enjoy your day, and don't forget to keep looking up to the stars.